Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about drawing two different types of farm animals. And the first one we're going to talk about is a horse, and the second one is going to be a chicken. So if you like to draw along with me, the first step for this horse is we are going to be drawing a number 7. And I'm going to draw the number 7 pretty close to the edge of my paper right here. Because you can see here, eventually the 7 is going to be the horse's head and neck, so we need room for its body. So I'm going to draw a 7 right about here on my paper, just the number 7. After that, I'm going to move on to step 2. So I'm going to make like this letter C at the tip of the number 7, and then also make some eyes like this, just by making 2 circles with some dots in them. After that, the nose has 2 dots in it for where the horse breathes. And there's also a little letter C at the tip of its mouth to make its cheek. And then they also make its ear. And how they make its ear is just like a curved line at the top, like this, and then a curved line at the bottom. And again, if I'm going too fast for anybody, feel free to pause the video or go back if you need it. All right, so the next step, the ear, the other ear, I'm gonna do the same way. So 2 curved lines that connect like this. And then to make its neck, it's kind of like a curved line that goes right underneath its mouth like this, boop, kind of like a letter C. And then a straight line that goes right underneath it like this to make its neck. All right, so after that, we're going to start to make the horse's body, and it looks like they added some details on the ears. So the horse's body is basically just like a circle or like an oval, kind of like a stretched out circle. So it's kind of shaped like this. And they add like the letter V inside the ears to make it look like there's something inside the ears. Let me move this out of the way so that we can see the full picture. All right, so next, it looks like they start to add the hair on the back of the horse's neck, so like its mane. They start to add its legs. So its mane is just kind of like a squiggly line that goes like this on the back of the horse's neck. And then to do its legs, what I would do is just do like these 2 curved lines, like they're next to one another and they connect together at the foot. So I'm just going to make like a curved line like this and another curved line right next to it. That's pretty much the same one, same shape. And then I'm going to connect them together like this, boop, by just making a line. I'm going to do the same thing to the front. So 2 curved lines, and then one in the front like this. Now I noticed something on this next leg. This next leg actually goes in front of the horse, and I might not have enough room to fit that. If you want to move your leg somewhere else, you can. Like I'm going to move my leg maybe here, because now we know the trick. It's just 2 curved lines and then a line connecting them. Maybe I'll just have my other leg like this. And then I'm going to make the tail, which is just a bunch of lines on the back of the horse like this. And the final step, it looks like they added some spots to their horse. If you want to add spots, you can too. And then they added some lines at the bottom for the feet to add like the hooves of the horse, things that the horse walks on. That's how my horse turned out with the number 7. Again, if you want to decorate it, add more detailed ears, feel free. It's your horse, so you decide what you'd like to do with it. We are going to work on the chicken next, which is right here. I'm going to move stuff around since I'm an opposite page. But here's the chicken. It's done with the number 17. So the number 1 and the number 7. I'm going to draw my 17 maybe over here. underneath the horse. Okay, so after that, it looks like above the 17, like mostly above the number 1 here, they draw the eyes, just circles and dots, kind of like how we did with the horse. The wing of the chicken, they add like a curved line, like a letter C almost, that goes from the tip of the number 7 over here and curves around. And then to make the wings, they add like bumps for feathers. So bump, bump, bump. And they add this little like letter U over here for the beginning of this chicken's leg. All right, so next, this step, I'm gonna make the beak. The beak is like a straight line that comes off of this eye like this. It comes like that. And then it kind of curves around and hits the bottom of the other eye. They also make a straight line right here, so at the bottom of the 1, and then it touches that curved line that we just made for the foot. And the tail feathers they make by making like a bunch of bumpy lines like this. So bump, 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 bump. Okay, and then we're moving on to this step. So this step, it looks like they make the number 1 a little longer, a little taller until it hits the beak. And then they make kind of like this letter U, upside down letter U shape that goes from the top of this eye and then hits the wing of the chicken. And they make this little bump underneath to make the beginning of this chicken's other leg. Okay, so this part right here, we only have 2 more steps. We have this step and this step. We have to make the top part of the chicken. I believe it's called the crown of a chicken, that red thing that hangs off the top of their head. And I just made that by making bumpy lines. Its mouth, I'm just gonna make a curved line on the inside of the beak. If you want to add like a little letter C at the end to make its cheek, you could. I don't know if chickens would necessarily have cheeks because they have beaks, but this one does, I guess. They add a little line on the inside of the feather like this. If you want to add that too, you can. And then the neck, they add some bumpy lines right here until it hits the wing to separate the head from the body. And the last thing they do is just draw 2 lines, 1, 2, at the bottom of the chicken's feet. Okay. And then finally, to make its feet, the last step, I'm just going to draw a letter V that's on its side. So kind of like a stretched out letter V like this. And then one going the other way. And that would be your chicken. Everybody, I hope you had fun drawing these farm animals with me. And hopefully I'll see you again next time. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.